Hello, I'm a guy that likes to talk about music, and today I want to talk about the song "Reunited" by Peaches and Herb. It's a nice little R&B ballad that came out in '79. Nice little slow dance song, I guess. We're reunited, and it feels so good. It was a big song in its day. It was a number one song and one of the top songs of '79. Of course, if you're an '80s kid, you might recognize this song as being a wine commercial. There was a brand of wine called Reunite. I don't know if it's still around or not, but back in the '80s, they advertised on TV a lot, and they used this song in their commercials. Except, of course, they changed it from Reunited to Reunite, and had someone sing Reunite, and it feels so good. Yeah, it was years before I realized that this was a song that was called Reunited, and not just a jingle for a wine commercial. Uh, so, who were Peaches and Herb? They were a duo. Herb was the man and Peaches was the woman. This was their most famous song, along with Shake Your Groove Thing, Shake Your Groove Thing. Yeah, yeah. That's a fun one. I think I mispronounced the guy's name a lot, though, because, if I met a guy whose name was Herb, I would call him Herb, like in Herbert. But in the name Peaches and Herb, I want to call him Herb without the H. Because peaches and herb looks like a flavor of some sort. Like I think of tea, like peach tea and herbal tea. So I think his name is Herb with a hard H. But I will often refer to him as Herb, Peaches and Herb. So who was Peaches? Was that even her real name? No, not at all. Her name was actually Linda. Uh, I I forget her last name because she changed it a couple times because she got married, but she didn't marry Herb. I had figured that Peaches and Herb uh, were a couple. Possibly even married. I mean, they seemed to be really into each other when singing on TV, but no, they were never involved with one another. Their relationship was purely professional. And actually, there were a few women that went by the name Peaches. It can get kind of confusing. See, Peaches and Herb were around back in the 1960s, and Herb wanted to continue recording under the same name, so he had to find another singer, Linda, and then she became Peaches. Uh, this song, Reunited, was written by two songwriters. One of them was named Dino something. I forget his last name. I remember it begins with an F. But how can you forget a first name like Dino? And one of the reasons I remember him is because of an interesting story. He had a songwriting job from Motown, but he lost his job. So he was pretty sad and down. He had wanted to be a songwriter, but then felt like it was a dream that would not come true. But then during a sad night, he had the TV on, and a movie came on that played a song that he had written. And that got him all excited. And it really revitalized him to keep going. And he wrote a song about how he will indeed be a songwriter, and he can survive as a songwriter. And yeah, that's the night he began writing the song that became I Will Survive. And so, did he wind up surviving as a songwriter? Oh, yes. He wrote more songs and made a living at it, and even wrote the song Reunited, which of course became a number one song and one of the top songs of 1979 the whole year, and nominated for a Grammy. And it was such a good song that a wine company wanted to use it in their commercials. So yeah, I'd say he survived. Uh, Plus, the song was once quoted by Ric Flair on wrestling. It was one time when the Four Horsemen got back together. We're reunited, and it feels so good, so good. And I'm sure he put a woo in there somewhere. Yeah, just a random memory. I guess I should get going here. And I'm pretty proud of myself because I did all of this without making one dirty joke. Because, see, Peaches was way hot. And I've had about 6 or 7 dirty jokes in my head, but I haven't made any reference to any of them. I'm a good boy.